Life can be snatched away from us in a moment in the form of death. So one of the important aspects of spiritual sadhana is to always remember our death. And why? Because it will create a deep sense of urgency to reach the highest goal of our life, which is God realization. Understand it through a story. There was once a man who was terrified of death. To ease his fears, he prayed to Yamraj and became friends with him. "Someday you'll come for me too, right?" the man asked Yamraj. "Of course," responded the god of death. "Everyone who is born must die. But I'll make you a promise. I'll send you 4 letters before I arrive so you can prepare." The man relaxed now, confident he would get enough warnings. Years passed. One day Yamraj arrived. The man protested. "You didn't warn me. You broke your promise." Yamraj calmly said, "I sent all 4 letters, you just ignored them." "What letters?" the man asked. "First was when your black hair turned white. That was a warning, but you dyed it to hide the truth. Second was when your eyes began to dim, but you masked it with glasses instead of closing the eyes for 2 minutes and thinking of God. I felt so sorry for your plight, so as a friend I send you the 3rd letter. This was when your teeth shook and fell out. Again you did not pay heed. You replaced them with dentures to keep enjoying the worldly tastes. I was saddened. I kept sending you warnings, hoping you'd understand your time was running out. But every time you chose an artificial path to silence those signs. As my final letter, I sent knee and back arthritic pain. But once again you ignored, blinded by the ego. You thought you had time." The man wept. "I kept thinking I'll begin sadhana tomorrow, but that tomorrow never arrived." He tried offering his wealth to extend his life. Yamraj laughed. "You can't bribe me with what is meaningless. Wealth, status, fame are all left behind. If you had earned the wealth of devotion, knowledge, faith, that could have changed something." This is a phenomenon that none of us can escape. Death. It removes everything that you held dear, status, possessions, relationships, they are all surrendered. Let us see what the Bhagavad Gita for everyday living has to say. Sri Krishna reminds us in the 2nd chapter, 69th verse, "Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune." He is saying, what all beings consider as day is the night of ignorance for the wise. And what all creatures see as night is the day for the introspective sage. Those who are in mundane consciousness look to material enjoyment as the real purpose of life. They consider the opportunity for worldly pleasures as the success of life or day, and deprivation from sense pleasures as darkness or night. On the other hand, those who have become wise with divine knowledge see sense enjoyment as harmful for the soul and hence view it as night. They consider refraining from the objects of the senses as elevating to the soul and consequently look on it as day. That is why spirituality is like the one while everything else is like the zeros. With one, it all adds value. Without the one, life remains zero, futile, and purposeless. So do prioritize your devotion and nurture it with commitment and dedication. Here's a humorous story about it. Ramesh and Dinesh had studied together, and they met 20 years later at the African safari along with their wives. Unfortunately, dacoits entered the bus and they got the passengers to stand in a line and were asking them to surrender whatever possessions they had. In a little while, moving from the passengers one by one, they would be coming to Ramesh and Dinesh. When Ramesh said, "Dinesh, remember I had borrowed 10,000 rupees from you?" Dinesh said, Yeah, I do remember. Here, I'm giving it back to you now. What is the use of giving it back when the dacoits will be taking it away in just a few moments? The story is amusing, but it is the reality of life. We forget the simple fact and only remember it at our deathbed, that the possessions, attainments, positions and power we held as so dear to ourselves are going to be left behind in just a few moments. This human birth is not for accumulating all of these. The Kathopanishad states, "Iha ched vedi tatha satyamasti na chediha vedin mahati vinashtihi." O human beings, this form of life that you have got is special amongst the 8.4 million species. Do not utilize it just for enjoying the senses, or you will then face ruin. Rather, strive for the supreme goal of the soul. With that perspective, every moment is precious. And hence Chanakya Pandit said, "Sahanis tanmaha chidram samoha savibrama yan muhurtam kshanam vapi vasudevam na chintayet." That moment is the biggest tragedy, calamity and loss and ruin which is not utilized in remembering God, in growing the treasure of divine love, and in uplifting the soul from within.